Hello, hi, my name is Bob Wilson and thanks ever so much for joining me again. I'm a rock climbing instructor and I'm training at the moment towards my mountaineer climbing instructor. As part of my work over the last year during lockdown, I've just been practicing my emergency rope work. And so I thought the best way to know that I know how to do this is really just to teach other people how to do it. So this is me practicing and I hope that you find it helpful. So the exercise that we're going to do today is simply trying to escape the system when your anchors are in reach. If you want to find out how to escape the system when your anchors are out of reach, you can watch my other video which covers that subject exactly. So the first thing that we need to do is, first of all, we need to lock off the belay plate again. Now that's how to do that in detail is on my other video, but just very briefly you can see me going through doing that. So you tie off your belay plate against the back bar of the carabiner. So, having tied off the back bar of the carabiner, tied off your belay plate, the next thing that you need to do is that you want to put a normal prusik onto the live rope. So the live rope is the rope going between you and your mate who's hanging on the rope at the moment, possibly unconscious, possibly unwell, that you need to get to him. So you put a prusik onto that rope, it's a normal prusik, and you tie it round maybe once, twice, 3, 4 times, and I like to have it so that the knot is at a reasonable height, just at the top end of the prusik. So if you have to adjust that like this, then you can do that. Put a carabiner on there, and then the next thing, because our anchors are in reach, we can just turn round to our anchors. We can put a carabiner onto the anchor. So I've got a 120 centimeter sling here that I can tie between the anchor, which is in reach, and the prusik. So I just put that between the two, and then I shorten it a little bit, just so that I don't push my prusik too far away where I can't reach it.
Okay, so just a simple overhand knot, nothing fancy at all, and then you load up your prusik.
Okay, so having put that on load, I'm now in the situation where I want to make sure that I keep myself safe. So I'm going to make myself an improvised lanyard. You can do that with a 120 centimeter sling. I have this one that I like to use just because it's got a bit of dynamic give in it. And so I tie that in a cow's tail through my belay loop, and then just shorten it with a knot and tie that, clip that onto the anchor. I just want to make sure that I'm safe at all times. There's no point in trying to rescue your mate and then falling off the cliff while you're doing that. So before I release the belay plate, I've got to make sure that the climbing rope is tied to the anchor directly. You don't want your mate just to be hanging on a prusik. It's only a 6mm piece of cord, and that's just not enough. So to tie a Gunter hitch, what you do is you put 2 loops into the rope, and then you fold them over one another like a book, and then you clip that into the carabiner. And you see what it looks like? It moves back and forth, and as you probably know already, you can belay someone off of that. And then you tie it off with a slippery hitch and 2, or actually I prefer to use 3 half hitches.
So you take a bite in the rope, and then you pass your dead rope through that bite and pull it tight and take some slack in the new bite. And you pass it through and under the rope and tie off a half hitch, and then you do the same again and tie off another half hitch. That's just 2. As I say, I usually prefer to put in 3 at this point.
You're now in a position where you can release your prusik, and then you just tidy everything up.
Taking off your prusiks and your carabiners and your slings and storing them on your harness. Then you would untie your rope loop, so taking out your double figure of 8. You're still safe because you're on with your improvised lanyard. And then you, with a simple overhand knot and a bite, you then clip that into your abseil loop, which is in your main anchor. All done.
So quite a simple, straightforward setup, and it's really useful if you do need to get out of the system in order to get down and see your mate, perhaps to do some first aid or something like that in that sort of setup. Excellent, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. As I say, I'm not an expert in these areas, I'm just teaching it so that I can practice and know that I know what I'm doing. If you want to see an expert, then I would suggest that you go to JB Mountain Skills. He really is an expert. He's a qualified MCI and he makes some amazing YouTube videos that show you how to do everything that you need to do as a rock climber. Take care, bless you. Remember to subscribe or give me a thumbs up if you really like this video. It really does make a difference. Bless you. Put any comments in the comment box if you want as well, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Take care. Bye bye.